travel to a faraway jungle to find the source, each having their own reasons. Welcome to the Tomb of Annihilation.
Stunned.
Yep.
She had been in a box and it was not very comfortable.
No, a very uncomfortable box.
Yes.
Mhm.
Very uncomfortable box. Perhaps the statues require some sort of tribute?
What do you suggest, Paris? Are we finally going to see your tiefling tendencies?
See my what?
Your tiefling
Yes.
tendencies?
Oh, that's so racist.
They are made of what? Copper, silver, gold, and platinum? I don't know. Currency is the first thing that came to mind.
I have coins with me. I'm willing to partake of some of them. Yeah, no problem.
Maybe that's to do with the little friends we keep seeing.
The crawling skeleton things.
Yes.
But that that one was different, wasn't he? Or it?
Maybe we go and destroy each pillar in order of what little skeleton friend we see.
Hmm.
In that case, we'll need to explore this floor to find them.
No, we've
already
seen a triangle and we've seen a square.
Are you guys seeing a pattern? Because I don't.
I can't
Beyond
remember.
the sides of them? I mean, if the next one has like
A pentagram.
5 sides, maybe it makes sense, but else no pattern.
Hmm.
The big question now is, do we stay on this level or do we walk down and investigate the statues more carefully?
My vote is we continue.
Continue where?
Exploring the
that
level.
is Jelena's path down the stairs is quite evident. So, but it does sort of concern me, this plaque still.
Oh, right. What did it say? The ring is a path.
Only a jewel contained the frog, bowers the dead god intoned, only darkness into darkness descend. So yes, obviously we could continue downwards because we're sort of descending into darkness, but there is, if to believe, at least one tomb, maybe more on this floor. Tomb is mentioned twice. Oh, well, he's entombed. No, not entombed. Sorry, I was reading that wrong. Sorry.
God, I swear that when I have my own dungeon, I'm going to fill it with plagues with pretend nonsense.
I'm still very concerned with you still having this on your sort of like deadline.
What can I say, man? I have my welcome, my call when I enter this place. Not going to be a necromancer, don't worry about that. Just a regular old wizard, living in my tower.
Yes, well, that's concerning. Still, can Dustin take a peek around the corner? Can you actually see anything?
Mm-hmm.
Even though Jelena is probably already marched off.
Yeah. Indeed, you can. Let me. As you peek around the corner, You notice that the corridor goes on for quite a length of way. You can see from there.
Well, it is a vast network. I can see sort of a straight path that goes straight on, and then two side. Well, it looks like there's sort of holes in the wall, so there should be two holes on either side. So that might be other hallways. That's about it.
Yes, the path you can see continues for about 60 feet. Halfway down, it reaches a crossroads and continues further onwards.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a rather large network still down here.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this straight. Jelena wants to continue going down, right?
Yes. I
Then
think so.
let's go.
Okay.
Wait, we're going down?
Oh, I thought
Jelena,
that's what you
Jelena's
wanted.
surprised. Everyone agrees with her suddenly.
Oh, let's go.
Okay,
Oh,
Yelena, as you round the corner,
Oh no.
the air is rent with eerie and haunting sounds. You don't all make it that far.
Oh, okay.
5 feet after you round the corner, the plaintive moans and guttural cries that seem to emanate from the southern wall echo across the balcony. You move another 5 feet forward, and before you, the colossal stone door that stands, its presence formidable, dominating the space. Carved into the dense surface of this door to your left, 3 oval holes, each measuring 9 feet wide and 9 feet high, punctuate the otherwise seamless expanse. Their arrangement aligned precisely at the level of a human head. As you draw closer, the unsettling source of these mournful cries becomes evident. 3 humanoid heads protrude from the apertures, their grotesque and putrid visages obscured by layers of decaying flesh seem to writhe and twist with an otherworldly vitality. The heads gnash and they lurch as you pass, but their movements are constrained by iron bits that are firmly bolted to a chain bridle, rendering them trapped in an unending cycle of torment and agony.
Oh my god.
Are you going to try and move past them?
Oh, I thought I had. Can I stab them in their head? I assume they're in a row, so like one behind the other. Can I stab the first one?
They are in a row, one next to each other. So think of it as you're passing a. Let me.
is it like that thing with the 3 dogs that sort of like
Yeah,
can stick
I
their
was
head
thinking
out,
about
hit out like a wall? Shiba, the Shiba joke.
Do you mean Cerberus the dog?
Yeah,
I know
well,
what you mean.
I'll find it.
Let me see, take a picture.
That's not good.
Are they like this, DM?
Like this.
Oh, that's even better, yeah.
Yes. 100% like the one Basically a mixture of the two, but yeah, so there's holes in the walls and their heads all of a sudden pop out and try to bite you, but as they do, like a horse with a bit and bridle between its teeth, they've got chains running through their jaws as they try and bite you as you go past. You whip out your short sword?
Yeah, she's gonna stab the. I guess she'd probably be more there. The first one, she's gonna try and stab it in its head.
In the only part that's sticking out, by all means, yeah.
Wait, wasn't there sort of like a glass thing that was protecting them too?
No.
Or did I misunderstand that? Okay, it's just holes. Okay.
Correct.
Ooh,
Go ahead, I'm going to give you advantage on your roll.
Oh. The heads are. Oh my god. The heads aren't expecting the stab.
17 is still a very good hit.
Oh. There we go. 13.
Your short sword plunges into the forehead of this groaning, let's say, rotting corpse, striking it for 13 points of damage, and as you withdraw the sword, bits of brain from the cavity that you've just made sort of drip and gloop and fall out, plopping onto the ground in front of you. The eyes roll up into the top of the hole, and it looks at you. Still alive, going for you.
That didn't work out how I thought it would.
What did you expect that it was going to happen? For him to explode or something?
I hoped he would you'd actually die. Maybe. What if I. No, I know that won't work. Can I just try and cut it in half? Or would that make double trouble?
I mean, it's
Just two
I-
halves of a head.
I will start trying to burn the remains with firebolt while she's cutting them.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. You firebolt the remains on the ground as they catch flame. Yelena, are you gonna strike again at the same one?
Yeah, she's gonna go with the intention of cutting it in half.
Okay.
Yelena is
makes
taking
sense.
this as practice.
Go ahead and roll. In the meantime, Lunan and Dusted, what are you two doing standing by the other corridor?
Oh, you know that I have to split up for just a second to peek down those two hallways.
Okay.
Yay! Split the party.
And Lunan,
Again.
No.
Lunan will talk to Dusted or just turn around. He's standing there watching everything happening. And as he's turning around to talk to Dusted, he sees Dusted moving away, but like
Split down the hallway,
chases after a bit like
Okay, so you're going with Dusted down the hallway.
Wait.
Okay.
Let's not do this again.
I just need to check this. I just need to check. Just a second.
Okay.
I love that splitting the party is becoming a thing in this dungeon.
I'm glad someone's enjoying it. So, Yelena, as you swing your sword with a 24, it smashes into the head of the zombie again. Let me just... Okay. And as it does, the eyes roll into the back of the head. Drawing your sword, one of them pulls out the eyeball, and the head almost seems to collapse under its own weight as it dies in front of you. Watching, the head almost seems to fall backwards on itself. There is no light source around here, but as you watch the head slither backwards into the gaping hole, you catch a glimpse of a chamber through the gap. The other two heads next to it continue to try and bite and lunge at you. Let me know if you decide to peer into the hole or not to see what's beyond.
She'll stare at it from afar, but she's not gonna get close to the hole.
Okay, in which case roll a perception check for me.
Aha. Perfection.
Okay. Dusted. You continue your inquisitive trek down the corridor. As you walk down, the skulls carved into either side of the walls and the ceiling almost seem to laugh at you as your curiosity is sated. You make your way to the center of the corridor with Lunan slowly trailing behind you. As you get there, you notice a pivotal four-way intersection that stands as a crossroads between the unknown and the unforeseen. There are corridors northwards and southwards. Both of them curve upwards out of view, seemingly unaided by any visible rails or steps. They just leave a daunting impression of an unreachable path shrouded in mystery and uncertainty. Amidst the silence that permeates this space, you notice the lifeless form of a half-human, half-goat creature that lies sprawled 10 feet to the north. Its once regal robes are now stained and tattered with the weight of age. Clutched firmly in its grasp, a staff with a bronze goat's head adorns its tip, serving as a poignant testament to the creature's mystical powers and potential knowledge that once coursed through this creature's veins. Let me reveal. So, the arrows going north bend upwards out of view, and on the incline upwards is the half-man, half-goat lying on the ground in tattered robes. You look downwards to the south, but the corridor just bends and sending upwards out of view. You peer forwards, and ahead of you the room opens. I am going to give you a portion of the description for what lies ahead as well.
Okay.
As you reach the crossroads looking forward, so you get 10, 20, 30, you get to see the middle of the room, I would say. Okay. As the narrow corridor ahead opens, it reveals a sprawling and expansive chamber. The ground is a checkered floor, greys and whites, made of marble from where you are standing. It spans to the edge of your vision. Amidst the expanse within, in the center of the chamber, the beginnings of a gilded coffin seem to take center stage. The surface of the coffin appears to be twinkling under sunlight, that seems to be shining down from above. It is at the edge of your vision, which means that your dark vision does not get disrupted. As you stand there taking in the sights ahead of you,
Oh, for the more of these.
the same skeleton that disappeared initially appears. Can you roll a perception check for me, please?
Almost certainly. Not a good one, but I can try. Yeah.
Okay.
Dusted only has eyes for this corridor thing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Are the arrows? They're just too inclined that it's rounding, right? That it's sort of like a half arch or whatever, right? It's not on the floor or anything.
Yeah, it looks like it's the corners of a half pipe or a pipe going up.
Oh.
The incline looks almost perfectly like a storm drain on the inside of it as you look behind you.
There's a dead person here. Or thing, rather. Dusted steps a little through, and sort of so Lunan can see.
Lunan
He
takes a look.
gestures.
Has he seen anything like it before?
Lunan, you haven't, but with your natural perception, as you reach that point and you take a look around you, you notice at the end of the corridor leading into the other room, there is almost the floor leading into the big corridor, into the room from the corridor, is cracked in various places, covering a 5-foot square area. Within the squares, you notice the remains of some dried red liquid.
There's something going on over there. Be careful if you go there. Don't step on the area just before the room. It looks weird.
So Dusted, you have pointed out some cracks. Are they like the cracks that we can see here or something? Or what was it?
Does it look like a drainage?
No, it doesn't. It looks like the tiles on the ground in front of the room have taken too much weight and cracked.
Oh, okay. So there's some. Okay, so that's what differs from the others.
Correct. Yeah.
Dusted. Oh.
And Lunan looking up the end of the two corridors. Would making a judgment, would you think that the angle could cause it to be a circle? The whole thing being a big circle, like where they meet each other. If the angle would be gigantic, or would it be a small circle?
Yeah, I mean, the edge of your vision is where it disappears upwards and you can't see, so it looks like it would be quite a big circle. Indeed.
Okay.
Based on the symmetry between the north and south corridor, they look to be rising, I would say, almost 50 feet in height. So it's a good 100-foot walk if you were to maybe the circumference is about 100 feet. That's the word I'm looking for.
As Lunan is thinking of the text, the ring is a path to another tomb. If this could be a big ring, could this be the ring?
But
I say out to Dusted.
Oh, the ring that is described in the
text.
That's possible. If it is a ring, Dustin has no imagination that it goes that far around, really. So he's like, okay. But I'm more concerned with this man, though. Or thing. The goat creature.
Wanna go and have a look?
Oh, you want to... Okay, fair.
Lunan looks where before stepping into the circle that he doesn't step on anything weird. He's starting to become a bit suspicious of this place.
Okay.
Dustin has a handout just in case he needs to grab Lunan and drag him back.
Lunan, when you get there, are you going Are you just going to give a cursory glance over, or are you going to?
No, I'm looking at the ground I'm stepping on before going into this part of the corridor.
Okay.
So
It looks
before I
like
step where I put the character, I'm checking that ground out.
okay. You're looking for traps or anything?
Traps or other things that might pull me into a spinning blade of death.
Okay, in which case then I would say roll investigation or perception for me as you make your way 5 to 10 feet in towards the corridor. 23 is a good roll. Investigating or perceiving the ground ahead of you up to 10, even 15 feet where the chap's fallen over, you cannot discern any traps or triggers or anything that would stand out as dangerous to you.
Okay. Then I will move up and see if I recognize what kind of creature this is, and then investigate him.
Okay. Bear with me.
How old does it look to be? Like, is it skeletonized or is it fresh?
Oh, why don't you roll the medicine check for me? Gee whiz. Someone's rolling high tonight. Right.
Velocity.
You make your way towards this half man, half ghost creature. And as you look over his body, you can see that he was killed by wounds from axes and crossbow bolts. He is wearing a ink-stained yellow robe. As you are looking at his corpse, you notice that there appears to be a journal or a book or something that is tucked into one of the pockets of his robes. There is also an ink pot and quill that is tucked into one of his other pockets, and another book. This book itself has got what looked like magic symbols on the cover of it. And of course he's got the staff that is lying next to him on the ground. Looking over this goat humanoid hybrid, you've never really come across one of these creatures before. It has stumpy horns that have sprouted from his brow, almost like a tiefling, but his legs are shaggy fur covered. He has got hooves, cloven hooves on his feet, big muscular thighs, no trousers on, of course, and his fingernails are very much long and elongated, almost as if not claws but big, thick, pointy digits. You haven't seen a creature like this before.
Okay. Interesting. Should we grab his stuff or should we bring him out? I'm looking back, saying it to Dustin.
I can try to carry him back, provided that you can. What do you think happened to him?
I think I'm not. He has got a lot of what did you say? Axe and stab wounds.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was crossbow. There was a crossbow in there
Crossbow
somewhere.
bolts. Yeah,
Crossbow, axe wounds and crossbow bolt wounds, but you don't
Mm.
see any crossbows embedded in him.
Okay. So
Or bolts.
whoever did this collected the weapons, or the weapons are of a magical nature.
Mm. I mean, I can carry him out if you think it's important. Will you pick up the 2 books?
They were on him still, but I'm wondering if it's worth casting magic. Yeah, I will cast detect magic.
Okay.
Is there magical?
You cast detect magic. The book with the arcane symbols on it is magical. The staff is magical. The ink pot and quill is magical. The other book is not magical. As you look around, you notice with your detect magic eyes that the ring corridor that you're in emits an aura of transmutation magic.
Oh, I so hope we're not gonna turn into goats in a moment.
Yeah, let's get out of here as quick as we can. Let's pull him out as well.
Oh, okay. You don't take any of the items. We just pull the corpse out.
You pull his legs out. The book and the other things were still on him, right?
The staff is on the ground, but yeah.
Yeah. So you pull him out, and I take the staff when you pulled him out.
Okay. I'll try to pull the corpse out.
Okay. I mean, he's light enough. He's not too heavy. You could lift him reasonably easy. But roll a strength check for me just in case to see if you can shoulder him.
Oh, you know that I'm gonna botch this. 17. That's okay.
Easy. No problem. Like a very small sack of potatoes, you manage to lift him up and sling him over your shoulder.
And then carry him. How far should we get a little further out with him, or should we show him to the others? I don't know where we're going with him.
I think we should go to the others. This is worth investigating and discussing a bit before we go into the other things.
I just imagine
he might have written down some important information in these books, especially what I assume is his notebook. What was the non-magical book? How did you describe it?
It was tucked into his pocket, so if you looked at it, it was more of a leather-bound. How would I describe it? A leather-bound book with some crisp pages. Used slightly more rough in its upkeep or maintenance than the other one. The other one's almost pristine, whereas this one looks like it's been used or worn a lot more. Wear and tear.
I will assume it's a notebook, so
does wizard
he might
write
have
diaries?
journaled some information about this place. Ink and quill, and then staff.
Okay.
And I will pick up the staff.
Okay. Nothing happens when you pick up the staff, in case you were wondering.
Okay. What was the description of the staff?
It is a gnarled wooden staff with, I believe it had the bronze goat head that adorns its tip. Bronze-headed goat head staff, if you want.
Interesting.
So, are you heading back to the others?
Yeah, let's go to the balcony area.
Okay, you head towards the
with
balcony.
him.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, in the meantime then, let's jump back to Yelena with the others. As you almost glance into the room, Yelena, I'm going to go 10, 20, 30, 40. Let's go about there. There. You notice through the gap where the head was popping through, In the center of the room is what looks like a chariot.
Is there anything moving around the chariot, or on the chariot, or part of the chariot?
So you had a perception check of 8.
If I don't see anything else, that's fine.
With that very small, brief glance inside, you unfortunately do not see much else. But what you do see, I can't explain it like that. Obviously, you've got dark vision, so what you see is some bright, almost bright white twinkling on the chariot. As you catch a brief glimpse of what looks like treasures and trinkets.
Oh.
In fact, my bad. There is actually some subdued light that filters down from the top. Indeed, yes. You notice it is golden treasures and trinkets that glint and gleam under the light filtering down from above. That is all that you manage to capture on top of this ancient chariot. The trinkets are resting on the lid of something, a flat surface.
She'll look at the other two.
Don't look at me. I'm not dusted.
There is a chariot behind this. She gestures where the heads are. Door, I guess, maybe. It
Of course
has shiny things on it, which means, given where we are,
When she
you'll
says
probably
sunny,
die touching them.
when Yerlena says shiny, I look back, expecting to see Dusted doing something, realizing he's not there.
Mm-hmm. Indeed you do.
Have we split again?
Sorry?
I ask aloud. Have we split again to Yerlena and Balris?
Oh. I think so.
What's wrong with us, actually?
Let me have a look. And he goes and walks over to the other corridor. Looks in there.
And yeah, as you do, you notice Dusted has just hefted a corpse on his shoulder and he's walked around the corner with Lunan in tow, holding a staff.
Alright, I make way.
It's not quite a cousin of yours, but it has horns. Dusted carries this yellow-robed individual into the balcony area, I guess, which is still sort of shrouded in darkness because no one has light on.
Lunan might actually cast light now. Well, if the others join us.
Margot, you can't even notice Dusted is not here. It's dark.
I have my goggles on.
Yeah, Vargo's wearing his
that's true. Oh, fair enough. Oh, we lost
I
Lunan.
don't see
Where
the
did he go?
colors, that's true.
But Lunan just touches a knob on the railing and casts lights on it, so it's a
okay.
light emanating around where Dusted stands, kind of.
It's 60 feet?
No. It's I believe 20. It might be 30. 20. 20 feet.
2 times 20. It's 20 bright and 20 dim, right?
Yeah. It's like a torch.
So let's go for... Okay, so that's the circle area of effect. That's 40 altogether, yeah? As light springs into existence, bathing the stairwell around you in, centered where you two are, in bright light, stretching out into dim light. All of your dark vision ceases to work. You can indeed see that the corpse is wearing a yellow robe, and it is bloodstained. What else?
Lunan
Dustin's gonna.
casts a message and points at Vargo and say, "You really should get over here. I think you will find this very interesting."
Sure, Carolina, do you mind? I tell her what Lunan just told me.
Mm-hmm.
And Dustin will put down the corpse very gently up against one of the walls.
Okay. As you lay the corpse down up against, I'm going to say within the corridor, given that Valrus
Yeah,
is
yeah.
on either side of you.
Yeah, there's no real other space to do it. And then I can step into the corridor to get sort of out of the way.
Lunan will take the notebook or the non-magical book of the corpse and start flipping through it.
Okay. Lunan, in which case, as you do, you recognize it to definitely be a diary.
Mages do diaries, okay.
I have sent it to you in PDF format.
Oh damn. It's good. Send it this
Wizards are high tech, they have PDFs.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it took me a week to write this diary.
Oh my god.
Holy.
Well, we better appreciate it then. Be sure to share that information.
Lunan is
Unless
gonna
the
sit
thing
on
in
it
your
and
head-
do
on it.
nothing.
Oops.
Lunan's gonna sit on it and do nothing.
You bastard.
Yeah.
burn it with fire.
Oh, I dropped it. No.
Wow.
Into the flames. Let's see what we got.
I have put the corpse dusted on the ground in front of you.
He's not kidding. It's 23 pages. This is gonna take me the rest of the session to read.
We have become a lecture club, a club lecture. Lecture club? Yeah.
A book club.
That's it.
Okay, while Lunan is sitting down, paging through the diary, Vargo, are you moving over to the corpse?
Of course. Do I recognize it as a satyr? I think.
I will let you do one of two rolls. You can either roll with Volo's guide.
Volvos.
Volo's guide, or you can roll an intelligence check.
It will be exactly the same, since I still don't have proficiency in Volvos. 11.
Okay. I mean, you do know that there are half man, half goats that are satyrs. But there is just something that is slightly off about this particular corpse or body. You just can't seem, with an 11, you can't seem to put your finger on it, whether it's genuine or not.
I mean,
where did you find it? I say to the others.
Just down the hallway. It had a staff with a goat thingy on it too, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. If I would have to guess, I think he talks like a short fat man.
Hey, keep Dan
Oh my
DeVito out of
God.
this.
Oh my god. What do I do if I think I have a theory about this? But I think oddly enough the theory might be right.
Oh god.
I
You can
think
Have
voice
you,
your opinion.
have you touched the stuff directly?
Yeah,
Lunan
you're
is
carrying
holding it right now.
Lunan has it in his hands.
I'll be careful with that thing.
The player Axel is also thinking the same, but I don't think Lunan would have made that connection just yet.
Marco is far more intelligent than I am, so yeah, Marco will say that. Oh boy. Maybe put that aside in the bag of holding for now.
And Dusted hands Largo. The book, you left the book on the corpse still, right? The other book?
Yep.
Did you say that to Lunan?
I think Vargo warned you directly to Lunan, yeah. That he warned him, not holding the item.
Then I will put it away. Yeah, in
Into
the
holding.
bag of holding. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm only opening the bag of holding. I'm not holding it for you if Vargo has just told you not to touch it.
No, I will still put it in.
Yeah. But I will not touch it.
I have to create an identify spell who doesn't require to touch the object. That will be useful.
It's not
And-
that dangerous. I just held it.
Yeah, let's see about that tomorrow.
Wow. Okay.
What else? What else was? Where did you find it?
There was this book on it, and Dusted tries to free it of the was it arcane rune or something? There was something on it. This book, and he will try to hand it to Vargo. This is
There were
probably your
arcane symbols. You say?
yeah
And-
something. Like...
And Luna will say, "Be careful with those. Those are magical." And the same with the quill and ink. And I think it might interest you a lot, Vargo.
Well, you have the quill and ink. I don't have it.
ooh.
The corpse doesn't have
Did
it.
you, Lunan? Did you recognize the School of Magic?
DM, what magic did it project, if it did project any?
Can you be
the-
more
the-
specific?
The book and the quill.
Okay. I'll tell you now. The book, it gives off a magical glow, as do the arcane symbols that sort of glow through. The only magic that you can discern coming from the book is the cover, which gives us protection magic.
All right. Yeah.
The staff gives off enchantment and transmutation magic.
Oh god.
Very
no,
good.
no.
And the ink. Let's see. The ink pot gives off transmutation magic.
Alrighty.
Now, let me just be clear here. The ink pot is a regular small black glass ink pot. The quill is sticking in the top of the pot. There is no lid. It is open. And when you are carrying the corpse, leaving the ink pot in the pocket, Lunan, with your perception, you notice that no ink was pouring out, and nor did the quill fall out.
Oh, I need that. DM, I proceed to cast Dispel Magic on the book.
Okay. Give me a d20 roll, please.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
really?
Mm.
Okay.
This man didn't want you to read his secrets.
That will be a 16.
Okay.
And we
Do
all go up
I
in
add
fireball.
something?
Now, before I do this, I just wanted to ask, Dusted, how did you hand the book to Vargo? And Vargo, how did you receive the book?
Dustin
I
was
think
kneeled down, so he with the corpse. So he would have grabbed it with one of his hands and then handed it towards Vargo, like stretching over the corpse.
Okay.
to be fair, I will not have touched it. I will just cast dispel magic from a distance.
Oh, you son of a bitches!
Sorry.
Your personality changes are not. I'm not happy with those.
Okay.
True.
Dusted, I need you to roll a dex. Make it a dex check for me, please. The DC is 12, as you notice the arcane symbols begin to crackle and emit a small electric charge as Vargo attempts to dispel the magic on it.
21.
Okay.
Dustin is out of there. Fuck
Now,
this.
as the arcane symbols on either cover of the book in your grasp begin to almost crackle and charge, what do you do with the book? You are fast enough to react. You can do...
Yeah. Dustin is gonna probably drop it just in that square with the corpse and then dodge further down the hallway. Like roll if he can.
Okay.
A little way.
As it starts to crackle and fizzle and pop, you drop the book and dodge out the way. The arcane symbols almost seem to glow, and then you hear a small pop and fizzle as Vargo dispels the glyphs of protection on them. You dive out of the way just in time, and Vargo looks down and looks at you quizzically, thinking, "What a drama queen."
You low faith individual. I've seen a lot of this in back in the Citadel. Don't worry about it.
Vargo, you managed to dispel the glyphs without any problem at all.
Dustin is still thinking that maybe throwing Vargo off the balcony that was discussed last time might have been a good idea.
I pick up the book, DM. This is still in good condition.
The book is in mint condition. As you pick it up, I mean, you instantly recognize it as a wizard's spellbook. The
Hell yeah.
leather clasp in it is not locked. It looks like there was a minor glyph of protection protecting it, which was electrical or thunder in nature.
Classic.
That has been dispelled. Do you open the book?
Of course I do.
Alright, as you flick the book open, it'll probably take you a few minutes to discern the spells within.
Sure.
Let me just find my... What was his name? Oh, yeah.
Goat face.
Can I have that ink, please?
I will send you... Tell me if the link to the spellbook works, please.
Alrighty.
So the clasp is made of...
Oh yeah.
And there are letters DB engraved in gold in the center of the clasp.
I like what I'm seeing here. Nice. Awesome.
Lunan will look up at all the commotion and be like, "Oh, this is a diary of Delvin Bashir. Seems pretty extensive."
Yep, it says his name right here, and I opened the spellbook. It says Delvin's.
Has his
Oh,
name,
boy.
yeah.
Why was he here? Just on a treasure hunt?
I mean, I don't blame him. Let's try not to end like him, alright?
I've only gotten to Waterdeep so far.
Can I ask, what is this AoE that's covering all the map?
That's the light spell that Lunan cast on one of the banister knobs.
The thing you added is pulsing back and forth.
Okay, okay.
I've put the AoE there to
Alright.
accentuate the fact that there is bright light within this dark, foreboding.
It's always nice to know that we are not in the middle of a cloud hill. Okay.
Yes.
Let's.
Yet.
If it's okay by everyone, I would like to take the spellbook and the ink.
Oh shit! Lunan
I've
says
no use to it.
as he flips forward. This one writes about an Alduin that has left a heartfelt note for his brother Vargo in anticipation of his brother.
What?
In anticipation of the...
Does my name appear in that diary?
Yes. What's your brother's name?
What's my brother's name? His name is Adolin.
Yeah, he's writing about your brother, and you are named in here.
What?
Do you think he might have been here then at some point? Or maybe still is?
Last time I knew about him, they told me he was near Omu. It would not be a stretch, certainly.
Ian, what day are we on now?
You have technically lost track of time, but
But approximately.
You are. Oh, let me bring up my calendar now. You
Because
bastard.
you had the Flame Rule 23rd as the last entry.
Yes, correct.
How long ago approximately would that be? Like, is it weeks or is it...
Hold on. I know I wrote it down somewhere. I believe it is about a week or 2 weeks out from when you... It is about a week or 2 away. I am... Where is my flipping calendar? Damn you,
Who has,
Lunan.
in the meantime, who has mouse staff?
Oh, a staff.
Of the Python.
That was the Python stuff, yeah. Was that...
Lunan holds it right now, I believe.
Yeah,
Already?
because I gave it to Lunan when we realized that he was the only one that could use it.
I'm the only one that can attune to it.
Okay, okay. I will add it to the bag of holding.
Lunan is reading on the last entry now, and you can see that he is looking more concerned and a bit sad.
Are you okay?
Was your brother a part of the company of the Yellow Band?
He was, yeah.
I don't know how to say this, but I'm not sure he's still alive.
You see Vargo reacting maybe not like you expected it to do. He says, yeah, that's kind of a risk I was willing to take. Honestly.
What? 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 Willing to take? What do you mean?
I don't know. This seems to be something odd going on with my family. I just decided to put the rescuing of maybe the whole world's souls or whatever over my petty family affairs. Sorry. I don't know. I know it's not a good way to put it, but yeah.
There might be some more details in this diary, and you can have it when you
Yeah.
wish.
Yeah. I will offer my hand to take it.
Yeah.
Maybe I will give it I will certainly give it a good read tonight.
Lunan hands it over without reading the rest.
Okay.
I think we should give it a good read before we investigate too much of the rest of the dungeon, because he seems to have been here for a bit at least.
I've sent you
In
the
that
diary.
case, in that
Looting
when you say
is
that, you certainly catch Bargo's attention. Yeah.
looting Vargo's brother.
Not sure if he got to here. I only skimmed a few paragraphs, so I can't give you that much information.
See,
You guys keep researching. I will be reading this while I'm with you.
Um, should we look around more on this level while Vargo reads?
you find anything
I think
else?
Galena is still very focused to get further down. I was just hoping to sneak a little peek before the before you manage to kill all the zombies.
I don't think we should get overly distracted with looting the place. Especially if people here before us have, well,
Died in the
none.
process. Yeah.
Indeed.
We can only. You only found this body, right? None of the others? I assume he wasn't traveling alone.
No, he was traveling with his band, the Yellow Banner, but he was
happened to
lost.
them?
I'm sure the diary will detail it. I say, looking towards Vargo.
You see Bargo soundly immersed in the book, and he doesn't answer. I insist. Go ahead. I will accompany you. Leave the book alone if it's necessary.
Yeah, we can maybe read it tonight when we rest.
Mm-hmm.
I hope my initial judgment of what has been going on is wrong, but I haven't had time to read it properly. The question is, this dungeon seems to be designed to allow us access to these tombs that clearly has proven to give us some sort of powers. Is it worth getting those powers in hope to have them help us vanquish this evil?
Oh, have we talked about this by now? Did I miss that?
You
Yep.
did miss that.
Were you sleeping? We were
Okay.
talking about it just 10 minutes ago.
I kind of was, sorry.
The side effects from them don't seem too bad so far.
So Vargo's side effect seems to be memory based.
Sure.
I thought
And-
we already
and-
declared that it was being overly cautious.
It is, yeah.
And I think
That's
yours
what
is
I
being
wouldn't touch
truthful.
the book in the hands of Dustin.
We really don't need to delve further into that.
Yeah, and since yours are opposite, and then Dusted looks between Valris and Lunan for some reason. You were telling the truth all the time, and then he looks at Lunan. I'm not saying that you are not telling the truth all the time. I'm just suggesting that maybe there is some invertedness in this.
I don't know. I haven't noticed anything changing with me, to be honest.
You know, I
I
think
would
you're
like to
right.
make an insight on that.
I don't
Since
know
I'm
if I
already
have to.
since I'm already expecting he's lying.
Oh boy.
By all means, then go ahead. It looks like a roll off then.
So
Yeah, Dusted believes you.
So I should roll persuasion.
If you
Or deception, depending what you're doing. I don't know.
you don't have to tell everybody. Just roll a d20 and add the
Oh.
bonus on whichever one it
It,
is.
it's the same for both, so I'm just rolling persuasion for the
You will
sake of
have
it.
to. You will have to fill me up.
So you're not convinced by what I'm saying.
There we go.
Dusted's two yellow eyes just turned into narrow slits for a moment. And then he's like, yeah, pushing his way past both of the two arcanists there.
I don't know which is worse. Anyways,
I mean,
what do we
calling
do?
Barris an Arcanist is a stretch, but sure.
He didn't go past me, okay? We don't need to bring this up.
Okay. You guys will have to fill me
Damn
up.
wizards taking every chance they get.
Which kind of companions have you been abroad? Have you bring with you? Oh, you are not telling.
I didn't hear the question.
Which kind of companions are you bringing up with you?
Companion, what do you mean?
I'm confused.
Dusted indirectly already told you.
I know, but okay. So as players, we have talked about it, but our characters don't know.
The characters have revealed it, sort of.
All right.
But not quite all of us.
Yeah, you
If
guys,
you get my meaning.
you sort of mentioned it in passing.
Yeah, and Dustin has accused at least the opposite of the one that Valvis have told to be Lunan's. So the opposite of Lunan is Valvis, the one that always tells the truth.
Alrighty.
And
I can roll with that for now.
Valvis, you said that you were by Moa, right? Or something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. It was getting pretty confusing without context. Anyways, I think it's a good point to talk about splitting the party.
Excuse me?
Dustin, my
No,
friend.
that is an awful idea, right? You know,
think-
like last time?
No. Exactly. That's what I mean. Dustin, my friend. If you see something shiny in the distance, please share that excitement with us and let's go there all together. Don't go wandering by yourself.
You were killing zombies. It's not like I need to watch your back killing zombies now, is it?
It is more if you go wandering off and, disappear and don't come back, we won't know what happened to you. Maybe you'll disappear again like
I mean,
you
last time I disappeared, someone teleported me into a dungeon with 2 tentacle monsters.
Sounds fun.
That was probably a good idea because I don't know what I would have done alone. So
I'm just saying, if I were a wizard with a dungeon, the first thing I will do is put doors that close behind people's back in order to split them. So yeah.
and I think in this dungeon,
You're
instead of doors,
fantasizing-
we have chests.
You're fantasizing about this dungeon of yours is getting more and more concerning by the minute.
I promise you, I will tell you all the secret hideouts and everything. Don't you worry.
But once you create your own deadly dungeon,
Doesn't have to be deadly. Not for friends.
Maybe we should, get a move on.
Sure.
Rather than discussing the particulars of liches and dungeons. And Vargo's wish to become a lich.
I don't want to become a lich.
Mm-hmm.
An archmage, though.
Don't worry, me and Lunon will be there to put you back in the ground.
I will.
You will not live to see the day.
She's an elf, it's pretty possible.
The being that lives now within me urges me to not say anything about it after that. Oh boy. Did we finish it off all the zombies?
No, I was hoping that you and Vargo could, use your fiery magic and burn them to a crisp.
No, that's Barry's. Barry's, you have work.
You lazy
you can
son of a bitch!
Same time.
whereabouts?
There's 2 heads.
All three spellcasters can cast Firebolt, and everyone is like, "Oh yeah, we need Valrus."
Just because I'm red.
I can't cast firebolt, I can only freeze things.
Is that any worse than what I can do?
Burning stuff is better.
And as you're about to do that, Dustin is gonna take the.
Burn it.
Sorry, that just came so natural. I will help Barry's burn things down.
Well, Dustin's already charged ahead, so we'll see.
No, you can also lend a hand, you lazy casters.
Dustin is gonna go on all fours and crawl past,
Boy.
and then stand up on the other side.
When you do that, it's always something, certainly.
Stefan, does something happen as I do that?
Right, sorry, remind me. Break it down.
I
what's
was
going on.
Dustin went on all fours and crawled past. If these holes were, how did you say, 9 feet in the air?
The door is 9 foot high, but the
Okay.
the holes are at chest height for a normal human.
Oh, chest height. Okay.
Yeah, so crawling on all fours, you will easily pass underneath them.
Yeah. So that's what Dustin does.
Yeah.
The zombies don't bet the cat on his way through.
No, however, as you do pass on all fours underneath them, the remaining 2 heads in the holes pop out. And the rest of you that are watching on can see that the heads are trying to make their way down to get to him, but they just can't seem to get out.
Pull him out of fire from my focus and toss it to one of the heads.
Point blank. I like your stuff.
Yeah.
And you point blank.
Well-
What you casting? Fireball.
Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Yes.
Alright, I'll give you advantage on your attack roll.
Will it
It's so funny
cancel
that
out?
mechanically it has disadvantage. It's so funny.
Yeah, so Give it. It will cancel out, which is a normal roll.
Yeah, okay. Here we go. Well, 11.
Yes, surprisingly, an 11
Oh.
actually hits. Smack bang.
Popping 17 damage.
Oh,
Wow.
gee whiz. Point
Just
blank
take
range,
the
this
ball
thing
and just slap it with the firebolt.
slams right into the face of the zombie, his open mouth as he's gaping down. Scorching fire burns half of his rotting face off. His tongue catches fire as the teeth begin to blacken, but he's still moving down, doesn't seem to notice the pain at all. Still trying to snap downwards.
Alright. I'm now that I can see it up close, I'll try and use Shocking Grasp if it's within reach.
Yeah, of course, you could reach out your hand and try and caress the zombie in front of you. Go ahead and
Barus here experimenting with these guys.
yeah,
get
yeah.
advantage, by the way. But hey, you don't really need it with a 25.
25.
225s.
Yeah.
Whiz. Okay, now with the shocking grasp, as you reach out, you almost touch it, and the bolts of electricity light up the head as the metal bit and bridle that is chaining it begins to glow red hot, burning through the back of the skull as all of a sudden the head explodes, splattering rotting flesh and zombie brain, decaying brain all over your hand and up the sleeve of your coat. The head bursts and the corpse, you hear a plop from the other side of the wall
Oh,
as the corpse hits the ground.
Okay, you're getting the next one. He's going to cast Prestidigitation and quickly just wipe off the gunk from his hand.
I don't know what you thought that touching it was a good idea. But okay.
The other ones haven't exploded so far.
Okay.
Can
Sorcerers.
Lunan see it from where he's standing?
Yeah.
He sends a firebolt.
To the third one.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll with advantage, please, good sir.
Let's see. Lunan hit. Busted.
If it's
16 hits.
So 24 to hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And that's a super hit. 22
my
points.
god.
Wow, as a flame flies streaking across the brightly lit staircase, you manage to thread the needle as the firebolt just makes it right in the center of the gaping maw of this zombie and smashes into his mouth. With a 22, it literally explodes, bursting the head apart and fragments flying and decorating this hole in this stone door with zombified rotting brain and bone. It literally explodes as the corpse, it too, slithers off whatever's been holding it up and onto the ground on the other side of the stone door.
Very nice.
Well, move on. Oof.
Come on, Dusted, you slowpoke. Let's go.
Yarlena just didn't want to be screamed at as she walked down the stairs.
So you guys don't want to enter this thingy here?
Vago. Whenever we see anything shiny, anything that is worth anything, it always means that something bad will happen. If you were the lich that owned this place, would you not put a trap in?
Let's go down, yeah.
Exactly.
You can't argue with the logic.
My logic is infallible.
That's how you argue with Argo.
Okay. Lunan, are you following as well at a distance?
Lunan is too curious not to take a good look into the hole.
Okay. Right. In which case, let's take our break there. Or do you want me to read what you see first?
It's alright to do it after.
Okay, good. Let's take our break there. We'll call it 1:30.
Alrighty.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you soon.
We will see you guys shortly. Lunan, you peer through the holes into the room. Why don't you roll a perception check for me to see if you can beat your natural perception? Okay, so we'll go with your passive perception then as well. As you peer through, I'm going to say all three of the holes to get a better view of the what lies beyond. A narrow corridor spanning a length of about 15 feet gives way to the grandeur of a colossal chamber. Its vast expanse spanning an impressive width of about 60 feet and nearly 50 in length. Within the chamber's expansive embrace, an unsettling spectacle unfolds before your eyes, evoking a sense of wonder and trepidation that seems to permeate the very essence of the space. As your gaze sweeps across the chamber, you notice that the walls are lined with 6 glass cauldrons. Each of them are brimming with an unsettling array of humanoid bones that seem to cast elongated shadows across the room, lending an eerie and disturbing presence to the chamber's already foreboding atmosphere. At the heart of the chamber, an ancient chariot stands proudly, its form bearing the weight of a sarcophagus made of bronze and adorned with an assortment of golden treasures and trinkets that glint and gleam under a subdued light that filters down from above. Intricate paintings adorn the chariot, depicting a majestic and imposing bird, its sharp beak evoking a sense of primal and otherworldly power that seems to resonate with the essence of the chamber itself. Along the far wall, a bronze shield takes prominence. Its surface is embossed with the image of a resolute Chultan warrior branding a formidable spear, and beneath the shield you notice an inscription. From this distance and with your passive you can make it out. It says in common, "Bow before no one." Amidst the grandeur of the chamber, 4 bronze statues each stand proudly upon their respective pedestals. They exude an aura of silent vigilance and reverence, their depictions capturing the timeless essence of Chultan warriors from an era long past. One is holding a sword, 2 carry spears, and one of them, you notice, is missing its face. The rest of the party begin to make their way down the stairwell. As
Bow to no one.
That was. I don't have my notes. Fuck.
Wasn't that in the cave where you all got a bit too friendly with the plants? I don't remember.
Maybe.
Like,
I
wasn't that the one where we actually found the scrolls of resurrection?
Oh, I was thinking about the nine gods here.
Yeah, first I was thinking Papa Salts or something like that. I don't remember what he said that made me think of it. I think it
Papa
was the beak.
Sotto was very proud, at least. That I remember.
It looks like the kind of pelican, or more like this kind of bird.
I think it was called an Eblis or Iblis or something like that.
Yeah,
But I'm not sure because it sounded to me like my sister had a scout name very similar to it, like a unique name that you get. So that's why I remember it was Iblis or something like that.
All right, found my notes. Let's see
this
if
room
there is something.
seems very fun though. But Luna will join the others going down.
Not Unk.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking this is Papa Sol's grave. Whatever it's pronounced. Zotul's grave.
Not Unk. Not more.
Didn't you say something had a beak, or what did you say? My memory is so bad. There was something you said that made me think this was its grave, if it's anyone's grave.
Well,
But yeah,
the
we'll see.
the chariot had the inscriptions of the bird that you described.
Yeah. Yeah, good. That's so we know whose grave this one is gonna be.
Okay. So, with Yelena in front of the party, you slowly make your way to the top of the stairwell, looking down on the level below. Yelena, ahead of you, as you gaze down, you can see the staircase descending once again into darkness below. You can't quite see past the 40-foot mark, given that the light spell is still lighting up this portion of the stairwell. So you make your way slowly down to the next level. You follow the long stairway down another 25 feet into the depths of this enormous staircase. Halfway down, you can feel a change in the air. A putrid stench of decay and rotting corpses attacks your senses as the air seems to thicken with tiny wisps of thick air resembling faint clouds that dance across your vision, carried by some unseen magical currents. As you gaze further down the staircase, a chill runs down your spine. The floors and walls and parts of the ceiling appear to be covered in shadowy patches, like scars on skin, that you recognize as very similar to those you encountered in the fortress in the Blight. With the light shining, you can tell that they are purple patches of growth. Mold, maybe. The growths seem like twisted irregular formations, almost like creeping tendrils or dark veins that writhe along the surface. The purple color within the darkness only seems to accentuate the ominous nature of these growths, casting an unsettling shadow in this otherwise dark environment. Suddenly, as you're making your way down the stairwell, Yelena, you notice tiny eyeballs sprout from the growths just up ahead, on the corner of what must be a 10-foot wide corridor branching westwards. They appear as deeper, almost dark spots within these deep purple patches, adding an element of uncanny horror to the scene. as the whites of the eyeballs seem to focus on you. The eyelids squint, the pupils contract, and then with a sucking sound they disappear back into the mold and vanish from sight. Ahead, on the other side of the balcony stairwell, a familiar plaque is attached to the wall. The words are hard to make out from this distance, but your eyes notice a corridor branching northwards, and as your eyes follow the balcony around the stairwell, you see behind you another corridor branching southwards, before the rest of the staircase descends down to the next level.
Well, I saw some eyeballs. And they disappeared after they looked at us. So maybe something knows we're here. Or maybe not. Maybe it is just to be creepy.
Are we being surprised at this point?
Well, you would know, huh? Mr. Lich in the making? Huh?
My god.
You are never gonna shake this off, Vago. You know that, right?
Probably, yeah.
She'll make her way towards the plaque so that the others can come down, and have a mooch.
Still eyeing the book, Margot says, well, Lunan, did you tell us what you saw over in that room?
No, you were going down, but now I can
Okay.
say we have Papa Salt's Sotlo. Fucking grave up where we removed the heads.
Margot does a little bit. Nobody of us has Kuba-san, right? Then-
Find your token.
Has my token gone missing? Dustin has truly disappeared now. You will never see him again.
Finally.
Oi!
Then-
You are going over the balcony. I'm gonna take you to the top floor and then throw you off. After draining your spells, of course.
Of course.
Seriously.
Does someone want to have an old god inside?
I don't know what happened to Dustin, to be honest.
I wonder what happened if you have more than one god inside.
I wonder what will happen if you have two that didn't get along well with each other. That might be.
I mean,
That would
you
be
can try
chaos.
touching. Balbus and Lunan can try touching each other to figure it out.
Hey, that's the there you are.
I
Lunan
doubt that's
Lunan
going
is
to be-
putting the hand on Valor's shoulder as Dustin says that. Does anything happen?
Oh, you fucker. Of course.
I changed skin in the dark. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sorry, Dustin, can you just reconnect to the server?
Yeah.
Maybe it just doesn't pick you up for some reason. I have no idea.
I had to. I actually had to resub recently because I had a new card, so it lost it. So that might have some influence. But let's just try and
It's okay, we
Do
have
this?
a replacement. Hello, cat.
Rude.
I mean, I can see your player on here, so we'll see. Anyway, so Yolene, you're gonna head straight towards the plaque, are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Dustin, are you going with?
Dustin's just following at this point.
Yeah.
Alright,
Same for me.
Same for Vargo. Okay. So, as you make your way along the balconied corridor, the room to the side opens up. I am going to...
So DM
Mhm.
pointing out that based on what Dustin was saying, we don't know what would happen if two had the same. We don't even know what would happen if two would touch. Lunan actually put his hand on Valor's shoulder to see if there was an effect between Moa and Wongo in our respective bodies.
Either of you do not feel any effect or any reaction from your passenger.
It didn't feel a thing.
No.
I'm saying out loud
Doesn't
as
look
I'm
like anything.
massaging Val's shoulder a bit.
Okay.
I felt nothing but deep contempt.
There we are. So, Yelena, as you make your way towards the corridor, down the corridor towards the plaque in front of you, the writing in common becomes visible. Are you going to go over and read it?
Yeah, she'll move here so that if any of the others want to read it, they can.
Nice jump.
This new Duster is strange.
Clark reads, "Walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shadow at the font. The vulture is the first step. Write the gods. The walls of history tell all."
This is level 3.
Correct.
Have we confirmed that each plague mentions hints towards the floor it is currently at?
I don't know if we know that. We have suggested that is the case.
We've kind of only checked out one floor though, fully.
Yeah, the first floor we could sort of like in darkness it hides. There was something attacking us.
The mask. The
mask. And then I don't know what the Doom Child was, except for that creepy skull that was speaking with a child's voice inside my head. And the keys turn on the inside only might refer to the chests, so maybe it is on the floor. I have no idea.
To be honest, it's the best option we have to work with. That's all right. All right. It's starting making sense of this place. That's nice. I inspect the purple thingy on the floor, DM. What is it?
You inspect the what on the floor?
The purple thingy.
Oh, the purple mold.
Uh,
Are you going to move where you just highlighted, or are you going to see what's around you?
I have some bit on my feet. Not necessary.
Correct, you do. Roll an investigation check for me then, please.
I have proficiency in herbalism kit in case that matters.
Yeah, go ahead and use it.
That was almost a critical. 21. Investigation.
Okay. A 21 is very good. As you start looking through it, are you going to touch it or just prod it, or?
Ha! No. I mean, Bargo will Olaka won't.
Okay. The mold itself, as you get closer to take a look at it, it looks like some sort of fungus. It is purple and it sprouts from the floor, the walls, and the ceiling. The closer you get, the worse it smells, like rotting corpses. And as you are watching, you can see it's almost beating, moving in the rhythm of a heartbeat. As
Great.
you watch, boom, 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 and then slowly one of the portions of the mold almost begins to expand, like someone blowing up a balloon, and then a little gap opens and a puff of spores bursts out right in front of your face.
Awesome.
The smell that is released is like rotting flesh that has been out in the sun for weeks. The mold itself then contracts, but the spores almost seem to then float and intermingle with the air, and then, as if a small breeze of wind just passes by, the spores almost seem to get carried off and flitter like wisps out over the center of the shaft, where they almost float and dance around and then slowly begin to travel downwards.
That is something. Lunan, do you make anything of it?
You notice as you're talking to Lunan, the area where the puff came from, an eyeball quickly pops out, looks at you, as if gazing upon you and taking in the scene, and then blinks and disappears back.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you.
The mold does not look natural.
No shit.
Your herbalism kit, poking and prodding and just feeling around it, you've not encountered or heard of any sort of mold that does this.
Yeah.
How does it react to fire?
Barbaris, do your thing.
What?
What is it with you?
Look, I know. I have this kind of scientific mind, you know. I want to know how things react to things.
But did you not possibly do this yourself?
Oh yeah, sorry. I just thought that you enjoy it. I fireballed it myself.
Where?
Your cautiousness is beginning to be a little bit, you know.
What are you going to do, Vargo?
Fireball the mold to see how it reacts.
At your feet?
Sure. Whichever is closest.
Yeah, I mean the one that you're inspecting. Okay. Go ahead and roll your normal attack roll for me, would you?
Against mold. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Can I fail this? Oh. 21.
Okay. I don't need you to roll damage, but with a 21, you squarely hit a large patch of mold in front of you as it bursts into flame, and you almost hear the sizzle, crackle, and pop as the mold just dissolves in front of your eyes and disappears, scorched and blackened ground comes into view where the mold was. Roll a d6 for me, please. 1
Sure.
to 3 is down, 4 to 6 is up.
Alrighty. Up.
Okay. As that happens, Yelena, the mold nearest to you, I need you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Okie dokie.
As one of the eyes pops out of the mold nearest to you, and as it does, a eyeball pops out, looks at you, and a yellow ray bursts from the eye and slams into you, square in the side of the head.
Does it do anything?
No?
She glares at it. Can I stab the eye?
Are you going to move over and swing at it?
Oh, is it not right in front of me? Oh.
No, it is 5 feet from you, so you would need to draw your sword, take 1 step, and then swing at it.
I'm gonna opt for using Ray of Frost instead.
Okay.
Freeze it.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll for me.
That has to hurt.
Oh my god.
As you cast your incantation and burst forth the ray of frost, just as it goes wide, the eye stalk disappears into the mold.
Disgusting. The sooner we leave this floor, the better.
Huh. Are you feeling okay, Jordana? So that thing hit you with something?
Let's not aggro or test the mold any further, shall we?
Yes.
It's clearly hostile. Whatever it is.
Alrighty. Let's continue.
We eradicate the rest of the mold?
Nah. Let it do his thing.
Oh, did we check the plaque at all?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did. Sorry.
We did.
Okay, just for a
Walk
moment
through
I was like,
water
oh.
with weapon in hand. Like your
yes.
shadow at the front. Font? Okay.
Hmm?
Looks like Yoda wrote this one.
A vulture.
Slowly but cautiously, the
Oh.
party make their way along the balcony. Yelena, you reach the open corridor.
I'm past through.
As you pass it, on either side of the corridor, quite a bit of mold grows on this portion of the corridor, but you can't help but notice that the corridor ends in a snarling jackal's head. Carved with immense detail, it dominates the entire wall. The stone surface has been expertly shaped to capture the ferocity of the jackal's expression. As it snarls, its fangs protrude menacingly, creating gaps that are about 2 inches wide. From here, the light from above doesn't seep down, so your dark vision does briefly kick in. And there is a room or a chamber beyond. You only catch glimpses of light and dark patches on the other side. But what you do also see is some flickering torchlight.
Do you want to look into that?
You can, but I do not want to. I am not climbing in anything in this wretched tomb ever again.
Hey, Dusted, there seems to be some shine on the underside of that thing, but probably
Well,
light.
you just
probably
told
light.
me I shouldn't look for shinies, didn't you? Can you make up your mind, please?
No, I made up my mind. Have you made up yours?
Dustin just gonna go over and have a look through the mouth.
There he goes.
Okay. The further you go down the corridor, the stronger your dark vision kicks in, or the quicker it does. As you peek in through the gaps between the teeth, you can see beyond. The room is bathed in flickering light from 4 torches that are strategically placed, each revealing a stone sphinx crouched in the corner. Hieroglyphs on the tiled floor are illuminated, telling tales of a bygone era with their intricate carvings. At the heart of the room, a stone dais raises 3 feet high, supporting a gold inlaid funeral barge, and resting on the barge is a small golden sarcophagus adorned with intricate depictions of horned rabbits, adding an unexpected touch of whimsy to the otherwise solemn scene. Above the barge, a dark shaft extends into the ceiling, hinting at some unseen passage or destination. The torchlight dances across the surfaces, creating shadows that playfully interact with the carved symbols and reliefs throughout the room, giving the room an air of both reverence and mystery.
Ejin's grave.
Probably, yeah.
Most likely, yeah. But how wide is the ingress? Or sorry, not the ingress, the space between the teeth. It's probably not possible to go through it, is it?
As you are busy examining the teeth,
Oh dear.
familiar
Oh, for the... At this point, Dustin is triggered by that sound and will pull out his longbow and look frantically around.
As you look frantically around, you notice a skeleton on the roof of the chamber. Its head is jutting out with almost a pentagon shape. As it
Oh, for the
Oh my
love of...
God.
There is a fucking... what do you call it?
Pattern,
A
yeah.
pattern to this. Oh, God.
I'm gonna put you there to
Oh.
see. As you pull your longbow out and you take a look further into the tomb to take aim at this decrepit skeleton. The sound of stone on stone resonates in your ears as a colossal slab, part of the wall, as if awakened by some ancient force, grinds upwards to the east. With longbow in hand and arrow knocked and drawn, you look into the room as a dwarf silently steps into the chamber. The dwarf himself is adorned with a distinctive turban and clad in what looks like a resilient suit of chainmail. With almost deliberate and measured steps, he navigates the oppressive floor and atmosphere of the chamber. His presence accentuates the soft clink of his armor. In one hand, he firmly clutches a shield tight against his shoulder, a stalwart guardian against the unknown perils that lurk within these halls. Every moment is almost a ballet of caution, a dance between this intruder and the shadows that silently observe his every movement in this room.
So there's a dwarf walking in here somehow.
Sneaking. Do you say that out loud so anyone else can hear him?
Oh, it's like, hello? Because Dustin is not too smart. We're gonna try to communicate with the dwarf.
Okay, let me just add the dwarf. The rest of you, as you're slowly passing by, you hear Dusted. Hello?
Someone there?
A dwarf, I think.
Alive.
Yeah, Wouldn't trust it.
Okay, as you call out to the dwarf, you watch, and within the silence of the room, all of a sudden, a click is heard as he steps on one of the tiles in the chamber. And all of a sudden, the air becomes filled with tension as the dwarf freezes, clutching the shield tighter to his shoulder, as a deafening buzzing, akin to the wrath of 1,000 furious winds, almost crescendos from the mouths of the Sphinx statues in either corner. In an ominous display, these stone guardians disgorge a relentless tide of locusts, a living plague that shoots out and engulfs the dwarf in an instant. You see desperation etched across his face as he valiantly attempts to fend off the relentless onslaught, ignoring your shouts of hello. He swings his shield, trying to slash through the chitinous tide, but it is in vain. The locusts are merciless as they persist in their onslaught. Clouds of these insects stream out from the Sphinx in front of you. How long are you going to stand there watching?
I'm going to say that Dustin just single-handedly killed this dwarf probably, but I wasn't expecting it to actually happen.
Are you also flying off the balcony? Because last time I checked, you didn't have featherfall. Just saying.
Fargo, please.
Sure.
How long are you going to stand watching?
No, Dustin is probably gonna take a step back because there is still an opening in the jackal's mouth.
The gaps in the opening are between the teeth of up 2 inches wide.
Yeah, but that's enough for the locusts.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
Yeah.
cats are fluid.
Does this come running? Locust. They ate the dwarf. Get out of the way. I'll push you off the balcony if I have to.
Are you afraid of locusts? What dwarves? What are you talking about? That's too much information.
Locust came, ate the dwarf. Get out.
Dustin
I didn't.
Out.
I didn't know you have this kind of fear in you. It's interesting.
Quietly peer around the corner. See if there
Oh,
are
I'm
any
back.
locusts.
I'm myself again.
Yes, you are. Okay. Belris, you peer around the corner looking at this jackal's face. And there are no locusts coming out of the face.
Sure, I don't see any. I go closer.
Illusion?
You move closer, and as you do, Valrus, you notice the jackal's face is almost snarling, its teeth protruding from its mouth. Gaps between its teeth allow you to see into a chamber beyond. Flickering torchlight tells you there's something large on the other side.
Is it big enough to crawl through the mouth?
No, the teeth are almost together, but they are spaced out almost like 2 inches apart, like zigzags. You can't get through the little gaps.
I look through.
You're gonna have to step further, 1 step forward if you want to gaze through.
Gaze through.
Okay. In the meantime, Yelena, what are you doing?
She's moving on ahead a little bit, but she's not gonna go super far ahead if the others aren't too close, and especially considering Aris has disappeared.
Okay, Lunan, what are
I
you
shall
doing?
wait.
I'm just following the train of people in front of me.
Okay. Dustin, you've just come running away from the locusts. you
I'll
going?
keep an eye on Barris.
Are you going to catch up to Yelena?
Dustin is just gonna keep walking, looking over his shoulder every so often.
Until you catch up to Yelena, and then what?
If Delena is just standing there, he's just gonna. At one point, like they still need to stay together, but he's impatiently stepping in spot.
So almost shuffling from foot to foot.
If you
Yeah.
want to move Dusted, go and grab Varus and drag him over here.
You go and drag him over here.
That means I have to touch him.
Yes, that's
No.
what happens sometimes. I have been grabbing him every time he tried to walk into man-eating plants and other kinds of stuff. That doesn't mean I get to carry out that duty at all times. He's a grown man. He can take care of himself.
I beg to differ.
Well, then you go babysit him and not me.
But you're
Dustin
supposed to be the
passes
babysitter.
I have a nice
No.
spell I took when I leveled up that allows me to efficiently push people off ledges.
Oh,
My God, this
I
session we all have been burning each other, just going down 2 pairs of stairs, man. 2 floors.
No, but think about it, Vago. We have been together for like 60 days without fail.
Yeah.
The only time any of us had any leisure time was when we were bathing, and even that was sort of like stretching it a bit. So I think that everyone in this
writing
room
the
has.
dinosaurs was kind of leisure, but I see your point.
Yeah, that's true, but yeah, it's limited leisure time. You have to agree that we have been in this jungle and this mess for a long time, and tensions are high.
Mhm.
You
I
had
agree,
like
I agree.
saunas when you went to a kanga.
Yeah, that was what I meant with bathing. Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
out of my way,
You-
Vargo.
Dusted, you mentioned. Okay, sure. Dusted, you mentioned Ijin.
Yeah, Ijin was in there.
All right. Ijin teaches us to take the path least expected, whatever that serves in this situation.
Yeah, well, the dwarf stepped right into the hole, or sort of into the tomb area. He just stepped right forward, and then locust poured out of the mouth of these sphinxes inside,
Yeah.
and ate him. So whatever the path least expected is not straight ahead.
Barris, is the dwarf still alive?
Okay.
I'm looking for.
Valrus. So, I will probably say you get a good 30 seconds to a minute to peek inside to this room. The first thing you notice when you get there, as you look in through the gaps in the teeth, the room is bathed in flickering light from 4 torches that are strategically placed in the corners of the room, lighting up stone sphinxes that are crouched near them. Hieroglyphs cover the tiled floors. In the center of the room, a raised area houses a small golden coffin inside a funeral barge. The coffin itself, or the sarcophagus, is intricately carved with horned rabbits. There is a dark shaft leading upwards directly above the barge. Something that is unseen, you cannot see. You look around the room and all is still. You do not see a dwarf. You do not see locusts.
Do I see a blood splatter on the ground? Or leftovers?
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh boy, it's gonna be god awful. Perception, there it is. Yep.
Nope,
Lena pulls you out before you can see anything.
not at all. With a 4, I mean, you're making a perception check, so you're having a look around and you're scrutinizing. And as you do, your ears resonate with the sound of stone scraping on stone. The wall on the east gives way as all of a sudden a portion of it grinds upwards into the ceiling. And from the darkness beyond, a turban-wearing dwarf in chainmail steps into the room deliberately, almost tiptoeing as he's sneaking across the floor. Every step that he takes is like a professional ballerina moving slowly across the stage. He grasps
I yell
the
out,
shield.
"Look out, the locusts!"
Your voice resonates across the room, but he doesn't stir. He looks up and he looks around. Doesn't know where the sound is coming from or register anything. But as you finish speaking, you hear a resonant click that echoes throughout the room as the blood drains from his face, and almost in desperation his eyes dart around as the room begins to fill with a deafening buzz, as all of a sudden locusts spring and pour from the mouths of the sphinxes straight into the room towards him. They almost start to cloud around him as he starts swinging his shield one way and the other. And as they're about to engulf him, you feel a presence behind you. As Yolanda
Puts her
steps up,
hand.
a
She's gonna
hand
put his hand on her hand on his shoulder.
Cold hand.
What do you do?
What do you want?
She grabs his shoulder. It's time to go.
Suppose.
No, not suppose. Yes, we go. She'll shimmy so that he can pass. No.
Gesture.
No,
and
no, no,
point.
no, 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 no,
You
no.
make
Go.
What do you do?
the most ridiculous thing to have. Going to stand there forever until I move past you.
Yes.
You really are stubborn. Shakes his head and walks out.
You notice the echoing sound of the insects disappears. It's still once more.
So, what did you see? Let's say to Valris on our way down.
What I can gather,
She'll follow after him.
Okay.
does it said there was a dwarf and a bunch of locusts that attacked it. Right?
Yeah. Anything left of the dwarf?
There wasn't until a dwarf appeared, looked around, got scared, and attacked by locusts.
Okay. So either an illusion or the worst punish ever conceived.
Those two, yes. Didn't seem to react to when I called out, though. So I assume more of an illusion.
You could always go in and find out.
Go in how exactly?
She just points to the map.
He's not touching.
Guess fit my arm through it.
You can teleport.
Did I not tell you what happened the last time I
No,
tried
not
that?
that one. The one, the misty step one.
I don't believe I've ever done that before.
Oh, I
Nope.
thought you knew it. She looks a Varga. Why
You
don't
let
you
me.
go in there?
Remember when Dusted and Barris told us that a dwarf died there twice by locust?
But you're not a
my-
dwarf. You'll be fine.
Why do you suddenly don't want to go down, Jordan? Plus, that's Jin. I will not be happy to share a body with him.
Whatever happened to don't explore the tomb to suddenly let's go in there and be eaten by locusts?
You are correct. Right, we're going. Come on, you two. Mush, mush.
Mush, mush.
Sure.
And suddenly she decides to
Don't
hurry everyone along.
don't make me push you off.
I'll pull
Do
you
you
with
guys
me.
realize that the farther down we go, the
Like you,
The less threatening it is.
I
the less
can
threatening
teleport
it becomes?
on my own.
As you reach
You
the
think-
next flight of stairs down, Dusted, you notice a corridor branching to the south, and then east and west.
The
Before
first thing
Jarlena
Dusted
Before Jarlena comes, I said to Dusted, come on, I know you want to take a look.
That's the thing. Dustin looks back at Jalena and sort of like sizes up how long it will take her for her to get there with the others, and then just quickly darts down, have a look back and forth, and then runs back.
I so knew that he was going to do that. Yeah.
And I so hope that once we get to the bottom of this and have like the final room, there's gonna be a door that has like
Oh, you have to go back.
oh, yeah,
Back
all
up,
the symbols
yeah.
of like the chambers. Like you have completed one out of
What I'm thinking
3
of,
floors.
if what will happen, we may need the help of the old gods, just like we needed the cubes to enter.
Yeah, yeah.
But oh well, now we know where 2 of them are, Papa Sotela and presumably Ijin. That's nice.
And we also saw another one, me and Dusted, but
Cool.
we don't know whom that was.
Dusted, I need you to make 2 rolls for me, please. The first one.
Oh,
a
great.
check, and the second
what?
one a perception.
Yeah.
And the second. Okay. Now the second, I need you to roll a stealth check for me.
Oh, bugger.
Alright. As you quickly dart down the corridor to have a look around, your dark vision takes seconds to kick in, and in the darkness, you notice, let me see,
More gooey stuff. Yay.
you notice a corridor, with a small, as you look the one way, you see the corridor ends, and there is a tiny crawl space on the other side. As you turn to look the other way, looking down the corridor, walking towards you, you notice a large armored figure coming towards you. Your running was not stealthy at all, and
Nope.
as it does, as you get to the corner, almost in anticipation of you arriving there, it leaps forward. I need you to roll an initiative roll for me, please.
Oh, that's not surprising.
Alright, so
What even is that?
I am going to roll his initiative. He gets a 12. Alright. Dusted, as you peek around the corner, this armored creature in front of you, almost alert to your action, swings forward with spiked gauntlets. It takes one step forward and gets a 17.
That misses.
Okay. His second attack is an 18.
Misses.
He's throwing fist. Okay.
He is indeed. He's throwing fists. Okay. That is his turn. Which means, Dusted, it is you.
What do I do with this? Dust is definitely gonna scream, not scream, but call out to Vargo, who has sort of lured him in here as well, and say, monster, help, please.
Sure.
And then he's gonna take out his. He's not attuned to the Warhammer anymore, so he cannot really use that the same way.
Oh dear.
So he's just gonna grab out his daggers again. Try to make this into something. Stabbity stab. An 18?
An 18 hits as the dagger smashes into the plate. Yeah?
And then for only 8 damage.
Okay. It scrapes along the plate mail, managing to find a gap in the armor and slides inside.
And another 17.
A 17 as the dagger smacks into the plate mail. It skewers off the side, causing no damage, which is a miss.
This thing has more than 70 AC. Holy fuck.
Says the one that has 20.
Well, yeah, but I need that armor. And then with the
So
bonus
does
action
he.
for the... Yeah, and I miss with that one. The creature is marked. I don't think that it makes any difference. It will probably attack me as well. But, yeah, Dusted is still filling out the corridor trying to fight this thing.
Okay. Which means, Vargo, you hear Dusted calling to you from down the corridor.
Yeah, at this point we all roll initiative, maybe?
Correct.
I don't know.
I will say Vargo, Lunan, 100% yes. Valrus and Yelena, I need you to roll a perception check.
Even with a nat 20, I don't beat Vargo.
War Wizard plus Dagger of Warning, man. What do you think? What?
It's not too difficult, Valrus and Yelena. You only need a 10 in order to hear him to jump into combat situation.
Oh, rolling. Yes. Nah, I'm blissfully oblivious.
As you are slowly running down, ruining the actions of Valrus and scorning him from behind, you are too engrossed in swearing at him to realize that Dustin's shouting for help. And all of a sudden, Valrus takes off. So you will get to join the fray next round.
Okie dokie.
Alright.
Okay, which then brings us, the first one to act is Vargo, followed by Lunan. Wow, those guys are some death-defying rolls. 24, Vargo.
Oh, Duster, thank you for throwing yourself in front of the armor that was going to attack us. So quick. I'm going to try to toll the dead, the thingy.
Okay.
It's necrotic in case that matters, and wisdom saving throw.
Probably does.
I know. I'm testing things.
A wisdom saving throw.
DC 15.
Oh, that was nearly a 14, but a 4 is a fail. It has taken damage.
Alrighty, then that will be 6 points of necrotic.
My bad.
Yeah.
Let me just see if this makes a difference. No difference. Okay. He's
Oh,
still,
does
it
it have
still fails.
advantage?
Did you say 6 points?
Necrotic in case that matters.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
Nope. Did that appear to have affected him? Or it?
Yeah, as the bells told, you almost see it. I'm not gonna say get stunned, but it does almost jolt back ever so slightly. So it definitely took some damage.
Alright, might be someone inside there. I say to Lunan. That will be all.
Okay, which then brings us to Lunan.
Yeah, Lunan goes up, sees it, and just looking at it, I'm assuming it's undead and quite large.
You can assume if you want. It's definitely, well, I mean, it's about 6'2". It compared to the party, it's large, but it's not a large creature.
No, quite large, as in just stature.
Yeah, I mean, it's a medium classification, but yes, it's a large enemy.
Lunan just feels something itching in the back of his head and shoots out a psionic burst towards it, trying to stun it.
Oh,
Psionic
okay.
assault.
Psionic assault.
On a creature you can see within 60 feet of you.
Mm-hmm.
DC
Damn, is that-
16 wisdom save or be stunned till the end of its next turn.
Wow.
The hell is that? I don't know that.
It might not do much in this instance, but Lunan is still learning it.
Okay, it gets a 17 on its
So
saving.
nothing happens.
Anything else?
Lunan steps down the stairs,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my turn.
Okay, then that brings us to Valrus. As you hear the cries of Dusted from ahead, you notice Vargo and Lunan go racing forward and cast spells down towards the corridor Dusted ran down.
Oh, gonna do the same and run over and look behind the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Does it look like a humanoid?
It does. It's wearing armor, it's got 2 arms and 2 legs, and it's got a head.
And old person? I don't think it's gonna work, but maybe. The 16 wisdom save, if it is a humanoid.
Okay. What condition
Well, I
does...
still have the same. What condition?
Yeah.
Paralyzed, I think.
Yeah,
It's
paralyzed.
paralyzed, isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Ooh, he fails if he's a...
Nothing happens.
Ah, figures. Okay.
As as the paralyzation almost, you've successfully tried to take hold, it almost just seems to dissipate around the creature.
I love how we are all running experiments on this thing.
Yeah. I step back.
I like that you get experimental the moment I find something dangerous. But then all of a sudden you are like, oh yes, let's test our theories together, shall we?
We're safe behind the wall.
Dusted.
You know what? Fine. I'm going to, feeling
That hits me.
Can I? Oh, never mind. Actually,
You want to stay there?
no. I was gonna potentially quicken a spell.
Okay. I can still, if you want, you can use the sorcery point.
It was going to also be frostbite. That might be too much because if it hits, it'll have disadvantage on hitting.
It's your sorcery point. I'm not going to say. Technically, I jumped the gun, so.
All right, fair enough. I will try and do that.
Okay.
That's a con save, which it's probably gonna like.
I mean, it looks pretty
absolutely
bulky,
succeed.
if you ask me.
Yeah. And it has advantage. Too late. I'm doing it.
Whoa! Look at that.
Oh.
Reach ahead and try and
love-
pull off its
love it.
armor.
Oh man, I rolled 2 5s. That was crazy. Okay. As you burn one of your sorcery slots and you cast frost magic, yes?
Yes.
It streaks out and slams into the creature. It doesn't say anything. However, you do 7 points of damage to it. Okay. Is that your turn?
That is.
Okay. In which case then, I will roll. He gets disadvantage on his next attacks, is that correct?
Yeah.
His first one, yeah.
Okay, so I will. Dusted, do you want me to re-roll with disadvantage or just re-roll once and take?
No, just roll one more. I mean, that's fine. You already rolled that 26, so let's see what the other one is, and then take that.
I got a 2. So his first attack misses completely. His second attack.
It's gonna wreck me.
Normal attack, yes.
Normal after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is a 23.
That definitely hits.
Okay. In which case you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage, and as the gauntlets hit you realize that there are spikes sticking out of this creature all over the place. You take an additional 10 points of piercing damage.
Ow, ow, ow.
As it slams you fist punches you for 22 points of damage. The creature doesn't move, but it looms over you, which brings us to your turn, Dusted.
Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna stab it some more.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can hit it at all. 22. That hopefully hits.
That's a hit, that's for sure. As you easily find the chinks in its plate armor, you slide your dagger in for minimal 8 points of damage.
Yeah. And we're gonna try again. Stabby, stab, stab. Oh, yes.
Wow! Holy crap! That's 15 for your crit.
Yeah.
15 points. Whoa. Nice.
And then an offhand attack for, and this is -5 because it's only +1, so it's 3 damage. So 3 plus 15 plus 8, so 26 in total.
Okay. It is just bloodied. As you pull the dagger, the the third hit from it, the second strike that was crit, almost seems to tear a chunk of flesh through a hole in its armor that you've created in the gaps.
Yeah, it's undead. It hasn't said anything. I'm
It
just
hasn't
torn out of it.
It
It hasn't even
said a
flinched.
word or flinched. Correct.
It's a magical armor, or it's an undead. Either or.
Yelena, roll your initiative for me, please. As you notice all three of your other comrades go running towards the corridor and start flinging spells.
She's very slow to do it.
Yeah, she's just too busy grumbling to herself.
Probably thinking, you see, this is why you go first. Yelena looks forward,
Unbelievable,
goes, here
Yelena.
we go again,
Oh.
and slowly takes a stroll down the corridor.
What have you done now?
Now what? Fargo, you lead the round.
Yeah, fireball it.
Fireball, awesome.
Bolt.
Ah.
I don't have fireball.
Fireball.
Okay.
I mean, I have said "do it, you pussy" to Valrus before, so I shouldn't be surprised if all of a sudden.
15 does. I don't think it makes it. It makes it.
15 is a miss, unfortunately. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Lunan, take it from here.
Lunan, over to you, sir.
But you have to aim better.
Mm.
Lunan does the same thing.
Oh god.
If you fail.
Wait, question, DM. What is my chance actually being hit here? Because I forget the rules. They're sort of specified if you're firing into melee.
Yeah,
I
your
think you
armor
had some
class
house
is-
rules.
What's your armor class?
20.
Yeah. The creature's only an 18, so even if they miss, whether you're providing cover or not, because your armor is so high, you won't get hit. But if your armor was
Okay.
lower than its armor, you would get hit.
Oh yeah, and the difference. Yeah, hit on the difference. Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
So Luna with a fireball 22 to hit, that definitely hits, 100%.
15 damage. Holy shit.
15 damage. Okay. There is no save on that, is there? So it takes. Alright, as the flames smash into the creature, it almost stumbles a little bit given how much damage it's been taken. It definitely looks like it's being worn down over there, but it staggers forward again menacingly. Lunan, anything else?
Lunan says, "You can do it." To Duster, sending him a measly 6 points of healing.
You heal Dusted for 6 points, Dusted. As you feel the replenishment hit you in the back, your wounds ever so gently stop bleeding. Is that your go?
I actually think that was the damage that I took when I got sick and diseased. So suddenly Dusted is feeling a lot better. That damage still hasn't healed. I got the disease healed from Jelena, but the damage I took was not healed. So yeah.
Awesome. Lunan, does that bring us to the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, then that brings us to Velris.
Bit concerned with Duster's predicament. I'm gonna try Frostbite again.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. You need 18 AC.
Do you have something like
it's
burning
saving
hand?
throw. I do, but you know.
Dusted's immune to fire, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You'll know that.
It has to do a con save.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah. I'd like to take some.
Natural 20.
Oh. Doesn't work. I go back.
Okay.
It doesn't care for your cold shoulder.
It does not.
Alright. right, then that brings us to the creature, Dusted, as it looms over you. The helm, you notice, all of a sudden, the eyes behind the helm seem to glow bright red. The body of the creature in front of you begins to shake, and you can hear the plate mail reverberating and rattling as it almost seems to be invigorated. It lifts its two meaty, spiked gauntlets and swings twice at you.
Oh dear.
Oh, crisis.
That hits.
No, seriously.
Bear with me 1 second.
How many natural 20s does this guy get?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah!
Okay,
Oh, that was disadvantage.
Yeah.
they were both at disadvantage. So,
Oh, okay.
the first hit is a 12, the second
That
hit
misses.
is a 20.
Which just beats my AC, yeah.
Okay, so, the first swing. Sorry, the first swing misses. So the second one that hits you, Dusted, you take bludgeoning damage of 11.
Yeah. And the piercing,
Piercing damage of 9, so you take 20.
so 20.
20, yeah.
Dusted is pretty bruised.
Can you roll a d6 for me, please, Dusted?
Sure. Are you still mad at me? A 5.
Okay. Your turn.
For the love of you, have to go down soon. And Dusted takes another 2 swings. No! 17. Damn it.
The blade strikes the plate mail, but just skewers off the edges.
Quick swing again.
Yeah, that hits. 19.
On the return, and for... Way! I went up 1 damage. Yay.
9 points, okay?
Yeah, I just need to check if I have anything else I can do with my bonus action. I don't think so.
Throw him over the balcony.
He's too far from the balcony. Offhand, yeah, never mind. It was an 18 for a second, and then it was a 2. So no, miss.
Alright, does that bring us to the end of your round?
Yeah, I'll just send it to Jelena. There we go.
Whoops, my bad, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
That, I should have let you do it. That brings us to Yelena. As you slowly walk around one corner and the other.
She's gonna look at Varys. What have you done?
Why is it Valus's fault?
He's just right there.
okay.
You know what? He's too busy thinking about how to get Dustin out of this situation. He's not listening to Yelena's bickering. It's been going on and on for ages anyway. He's tuning it out.
Fine, don't say anything then. She'll barge past him.
Look where you're walking.
I'm shooting fireballs here. Watch where you're going. As you get around the corner, you see the scene. Dustin has been pummeled by 2 massive fists in this
Oh my.
armored creature in front of him, looming over him.
Dustin, what did you do? Okay.
I am keeping this giant pile of flesh and metal away from the 3 experimental sorcerers over there.
I'm not going to ask how you found it in the first place, Mr. Oh, let's continue on, you know. And she's gonna throw out a ray of frost.
Okay. Oh wow.
Oh, that's nice.
A 24 is a hit.
Yes. And that'll be 10. And then for her bonus action, she's going to put Shield of Faith on Dusted to give him +2 AC.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
that's nice.
As the ray of frost smashes into the armored foe. Is that the same ray of frost that Valrus casts, so he gets disadvantage on an attack?
No, this one takes 10 foot off their speed.
Okay, so it just slows him a little bit.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And that will be her turn. I don't have any more movements. That's it.
Alright. Then that brings us to the end of this round, yes? Which takes us to Vargo at the top of round 4.
I will pull his step. Wisdom DC 15.
Okay. Oof.
Yep, that does it.
He gets a 15. A 1
Yep.
and a 15.
Lunan, take it from here.
Okay, over to Lunan.
Luna will say nothing, but try to send some sacred flames his way. It's a dex save.
Dexterity saving throw.
16.
Okay. DC.
16.
Oof. Another natural 20.
Holy moly, this guy.
Anything else?
No.
Alright, is that the end of your turn? As you move to the side of the corridor, that brings us to Valrus.
Assume that thing is looking relatively rough, but who knows?
It's looking quite rough. Yes.
Okay. He's gonna blast it with some firebolts then.
Okay.
Never mind. He's gonna go back to where he was.
Alright. As you lean around the corner, pew pew pew! Firebolts fly wide, smashing into the walls.
Many things in the way.
Dusted. That brings us to the creature in front of you. As its eyes flash red, I need you to roll a d6 for me, please. For the creature.
Again?
Yes.
Is it? Okay, a 4.
Okay.
We're doing a countdown.
It is going to make 2 attacks on you. The first one is a 25 to hit.
That hits, yeah. And Dustin is down.
That's 26 points, which puts you just down.
Yeah.
Right. As you drop, the creature then uses its movement to step over you and move closer to Yelena. Yelena, that brings us to your turn.
Oh. Okay. She'll attack it. Yeah, I'll attack twice. If I hit with one of them, it'll be a. Oh, I'm in the spell time. She'll smite it with a 2nd level smite for downing Dusted.
A 20 20 is a hit.
Um, And then there's this.
Oh, and it's an undead maybe, so it's even more with smite. Oh, my
yeah, is it an
god.
undead?
Did you say you're gonna smite it?
Yes, she is going to. So it's
Second level.
3 or 4 d8, depending on if it's an undead.
Okay. Go ahead and roll 3d8.
It's not an undead. It must be a construct then.
As the short sword makes contact, you manage to easily find a chink in its armor, and you call down your smite, blasting the creature in front of you. How do you want to do this?
Oh my god, I feel bad. I just came in at the last minute.
It's like the Americans in World War II.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, fine. We have to participate. Okay.
I like
Down.
I like that you saying that 3/5 of the war is the end of the war.
She's gonna jam her sword into its chest. Well, into like the top of its chest, and then lift it up so she pulls its head off, or the helmet off, I guess.
Dusted.
And what sort of damage is smite?
Radiant.
Okay. As you swing your sword forward and slashes straight into its chest, lifting the short sword upwards, the radiant damage bursts forth, and the helm on its head almost crumples from the radiant damage as it just pops right off, hits the ceiling, and then boom, 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 bounces and lands spinning right next to Dusted's crumpled, bleeding corpse. But the creature drops as it falls forward on its knees and lands at your feet. The neck, the severed neck, does not pump out any blood at all.
I have had enough of this place.
That brings an end to the creature and the end of combat.
We're all done with this place. Is
Indeed.
Dusted still okay?
He will be. She'll go over and heal him for 10 with lay on hands.
Okay. It would have been a next round. You would have gone after, so Dusted, I just need you to roll for a dex saving throw for me, just as Yelena makes her way towards you.
Yeah, that's one success.
It's a straight 20, my friend.
No, it's not, because it's with +6.
Oh, Yarlena's. Okay.
It's a dirty 20.
Yeah.
As you pass your first death saving throw, Yelena comes over and... Are you laying on hands, Yelena?
Yes.
Okay, so 1 point will revive him.
She'll give him 10, just I don't know, to make sure he stays alive.
You see, he
Okay.
drops 10 feet.
Dusted, as you're lying there, all of a sudden your eyes flutter and your eyelids open. Yelena leaning over you with her glowing hands. Slowly, your wounds knit closed. You feel ever so slightly refreshed. Blood still pours or seeps from some of the punches that you've sustained from the gauntleted beast.
Please tell me you killed that son of an ogre. Ugh.
She
Are
not.
we still trapped in this stupid tomb?
Unfortunately. But at
Ugh.
least you are alive to witness the rest of it.
Dusted, you were so brave throwing yourself in front of the armor that was going to attack me. Thank you.
Now, I know
Dusted
that you
just
almost,
says nothing.
almost died, but this is why we are not exploring so much, you know? These things appear and they almost kill you.
Fair enough. Dustin's not going to argue with Jelena on this one.
Fair enough.
Do you want to take a moment to rest before we continue on?
I suppose it has now been 20 minutes since we woke up, so
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter. You cannot suddenly rest here now.
Dustin, seeing as
Oh, okay.
you have fallen unconscious, you lose like your other abilities of second wind or anything else. You will
They
not-
were already down,
Oh,
so that doesn't matter.
okay.
Taking
The
a
only
long-
thing,
a
the
short
only
rest.
thing you have taken from me is the spell I have used once in this entire campaign.
And your pride.
No, I didn't have any. You cannot take that from me. I have no dignity.
Well, your freedom!
Well, you didn't take that from me either. I'm still alive.
Ah,
well,
for a little.
Challenge
easily
accepted.
rectified.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
How about
Uh,
taking an hour break? I can see if I can do something about those nasty wounds. And maybe Vargo can figure out what that staff was doing.
That might be a good
Actually,
idea.
that's true, yeah.
I don't think we can take rest as such, but we can sit still for a moment. Yeah, I guess.
It's
We could rest for an hour.
And you've already had one short rest, haven't you? Am I wrong? I know you had your.
When did we have that?
a short
You had
one. Good question.
Yeah, didn't you guys have a short rest after the mummy?
Yes, pretty sure.
And you rested in the
We did?
corner of the corridor. You came down. You got the Wongo tomb with the three
Yeah,
chests where Yelena was trapped.
Oh my god, that was less than an hour ago?
That was less than an hour ago.
I don't.
My god.
If we short rested, I didn't reset my channel divinity. I didn't click that we short rested at least.
No, I haven't seen any either.
In
But
any
if
case-
if I've lost my abilities anyway from being down, it doesn't really matter for me. But yeah,
Yeah, Dustin, you'll need a long rest.
just keep going. Yeah.
In any case, we have potions then, if a short rest is not an option.
Just trying to think if you did have a short rest. Did you?
I don't think we did.
Oh, then yeah, let's short rest here.
But either way, I think we took a 10-minute when I just casted
Yeah, I think maybe
That's
that was
right.
fine.
You just
Costed
Yeah.
that's the one. Yeah.
cure wounds, or not cure wounds, but whatever it's called.
Prayer of healing.
Yeah, prayer of
Okay.
healing.
I see that.
That's right. That is correct.
Then I DM in that
Mm.
case. During the 10 minutes, I would like to identify the staff, was it?
Mm-hmm. So you're gonna take 10 minutes or a short rest?
We're gonna take a short rest, but his first 10 minutes he will do the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're gonna rest for an hour and 10 minutes.
Or
No, an
That's
hour.
it.
Oh, well, does the ritual don't count in the time of the short rest?
No.
I believe it has always done, but okay.
I mean, you're at full HP anyways.
Lunan
Yeah,
doesn't
I-
need the short rest, but I think
Yeah,
Dustin
I don't
needs-
need it.
That's it.
And-
Does.
And Lunan will borrow the mortal and to use some of his roots to help heal
Mm-hmm.
Dustin.
Okay, good. So we'll say that Dustin, you'll take a short rest while some of you are going to be preparing other bits and pieces, those who don't need a short rest, yeah?
Alrighty, that works
Mhm.
for me.
Cool. Okay. So let's quickly then... Dustin, you can use some hit dice to heal yourself over your rest.
Yeah, but I can only use the number of hit dice equal to how long we're resting, right?
Yes. One
Yeah, so that's one hit die. Yeah.
I had to say, guys, that I admire your ability to recall the house rules.
Yeah, it's 1 hour per rest.
No,
One
I'm just trying to remember them because I forgot some of it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's only 1 hit die.
And
Plus
Luna
my
will
Constitution modifier. So
Uh-huh.
if I remember correctly, isn't it plus Constitution modifier?
Yeah.
When you're rolling
Yes.
hit die.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
That's still 11 points.
and Luna will be preparing let's say 10 roots for Dusted as well. Or nuts.
Vargo, after 10 minutes, you identify the staff. Let me just... Oh, that's not it, sorry.
It's okay.
That's the actual... No,
I didn't open it, so don't worry.
no, that's just my filtered how many staffs I've actually got in my homebrew. Let's just edit that to give you the actual staff.
It's the goat staff, I think.
Yep, there you go. It's the Skeletor staff.
I would also like to take another 10 minutes to identify the ink.
Uh-huh, good shout.
Anything else? I don't recall anything else.
This is
Let's see.
the ink.
Let's see. The spellbook, the ink, and the stuff. I think that's all.
And the journal, which you've both had and done some reading on.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a strange question.
Yes.
Is it possible to reverse engineer the arcane lock?
What do you mean by reverse engineer?
Like, does some aspects of the spell remain after it has been dispelled?
Are you're talking about the spellbook spell?
Yes, I'm talking about the protection that was in the spellbook. That I'm thinking it would be interesting to learn.
Okay, so you're assuming the protection immediately was arcane lock.
I'm assuming that, absolutely, yeah.
Yes. Your assumption at the moment. Let me just see.
Actually, forget about it. Vargo doesn't know at arcane lock, so he wouldn't knew about it.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the spell Arcane Lock is in the spell book. But if you're going to examine the spell book, why don't you roll an Arcana check for me?
Sure. I will guide myself for this one.
Okay.
Which I might need. 14.
Okay. The magic that was on the cover of the book was not an arcane lock spell, but rather a glyph of protection or
Ooh.
healing.
Yeah, much more advanced than I thought of. Okay. In that case, yeah, that will be all, I think. I say, once I identify the stuff, guys, this might be the strongest weapon we have ever encountered yet.
What is it? What does it do?
It just hits like a truck, honestly.
It's like the ring of ramming.
I don't know what that is. Here, and I try to explain to them what it does. Like, my God, this is strong. Wow.
You can share it, or have you done so already?
I'm on it. Yeah.
Stefan,
Mm-hmm.
if you read what I wrote, can I roll 66 healing for Dusted, or
Oh, you're talking about the button.
the nut?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Here comes hopefully some healing for you, Dusted.
Good news is nobody is turning
17.
into a goat today.
Oh wow.
How
is
is that
pretty
applied,
crazy.
those butternuts?
It is just like a paste.
Oh, on the wounds. Okay, yeah, I see. Okay.
So he's just going. He uses a pestle and mortar to crush them up, and then he spends some time rubbing them into your wounds.
Painful.
But you heal for 17 points.
Thank you so much.
You're seeing there Lunan with a smile as he's pushing in paste in your wounds.
Yeah. You sadistic fuck. I swear, if this group holds together after getting out of here, I'm impressed.
Oh, we will. Don't worry.
I don't know. You wanna become a lich? Oh,
Who said that? Actually, who did it?
my
So
duty to kill you if that is the case. You know. You can't be suffered to live.
do I have bird face? I don't have bird face. Don't.
Cast Watery
wearing
Sphere
one.
and Mage Armor into my ring.
Oh, no need to soak Valeries.
Quarterstaff,
Did you
a
want to
simple
become a
weapon.
lich as well?
It's a
What
simple
has
weapon.
gotten
Yeah.
into you, Jorlena?
When
Are
did
you
I say I
projecting?
wanted to become a lich?
I don't want to be in this place anymore. It's like being in a giant box.
Being in a little.
I half expect you to switch to Autumn Eladrin anytime now with how depressed you're becoming.
My God.
What am I at the moment? Am I summer?
You're winter, I think.
Yes, you were forced into winter.
There we go.
Winter's somewhat apt, I guess. She's
Oh yeah, that's also depressing, I guess. Yeah, that's true.
sad. But maybe autumn's more angry sad.
My God.
I don't know. Galena killing stuff is any mode to me. Any season.
All the seasons.
Mhm.
Any season is angry season.
I choose violence.
Speaking about violence,
Yes.
Dusted, Jorlena, does any of you want this stuff? It's pretty neat. Wow. Still impressed.
The staff? Oh,
It is a stuff.
do none of you want it? Usually I thought it was, having a big, long staff stick is what a spellcaster would use,
Nice way to put it, yeah. But this will be of more use in someone who actually knows how to hit with it, I believe.
Well, if Dusty doesn't want it, I will take it.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing. It is a strength-based weapon. But maybe I can use it sometimes. She can use it sometimes.
My God.
It gives +3 to your spell attacks as well, so.
Oh, maybe a caster should have it.
What does that? Oh my god, I don't know how to read. Okay.
+3 bonus to attack and damage rolls. Oh, just attack and damage rolls.
Oh.
Okay, I can't read.
Dupe.
Don't worry. Dupe.
Duped.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
Yeah. I should have put to Yerlena
Still a-
probably.
It's still amazing. So,
I guess.
But,
I will-
but if you have 0 strength, you have the equivalent of plus.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah, I always forget Jarlena is dexterous, not strong.
Yerlena's
But
not
it's still-
strong.
Just got +1 in strength, that's all.
So you would be like you had 19 in strength if you were wielding that one. So it's still
Still
not
not
that bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Mm.
If I had the ring active at the time, it's like having 19 strength.
Wait,
Yes, my strength-
Who's the strongest among us?
Dusted, I think.
I think Dustin and Yolena are.
Yeah, both +1.
My God,
Nope.
amazing item. We
I
have
mean-
your
I mean,
hands,
you
so
always-
that
you
nobody can
always-
use it.
You always think that Dusted is strong. Dusted is the same strength as Vargo. He has 10 strength.
Okay.
Oh,
Jalena
okay.
is the strongest.
Well, not by much, to be fair.
13. You know, it's something.
+1.
I mean,
And she's the one that's been drinking all the strength potions too. It's not me. So I mean, Jalena should definitely be the one that has strength weapons.
True. True.
If nobody would like the staff, Yelena will
It's a-
take it. But if someone does want it,
it's settled then. We give it to Barris.
I mean, to be fair, that wouldn't be a terrible idea because then I could reaction attack people with it.
yeah, you take it.
How are you
Except it
doing
requires an
on-
attunement.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah,
but it
it's
fits
not
you.
worth it.
It fits you, Lunan says, looking at your horns, then looking at the staff, looking at your horns again.
Oh, Lunan is so
I'm going to
correct.
have to get these
It's-
filed down one day.
What do you mean get the? You should put like little gold sheaths on them, make them stand out a bit more. You know,
I have been
menacing.
asked to burn creatures,
That's actually the
plant life
prettiest thing.
compared to devils.
What's wrong with devil? I shouldn't.
The says
I
the
mean, it is the
paladin,
nicest
you know?
thing she's. Valris, let's be honest. It is the nicest thing she's said to you for the last few days.
I think you mean a
Isn't
few
it?
months, Valra says with like a wide-eyed look staring at Irlena after what she just uttered almost.
No, in the last month, I can definitely remember her saying something nice. If you just give me a few minutes, I'll remember what it was.
Mm.
Suppose you've a better memory than me. Let's move on, shall we?
Take the stuff.
Just one point. Considering other things regenerating here, should we make sure that this machine doesn't get fixed?
That's true. She'll turn around and can she start pulling its legs and arms off?
Jeez, like.
My God, just sure.
I mean, I guess. Yes.
I do wonder how
This is at
often.
the start of the short rest. Sorry, she'll forego the short rest and dismember the thing so it doesn't come back.
Just remove the head and put it in the bag of holding.
The head's been removed already, but Yelena, while you are busy ripping it to pieces, I'd like you to roll a perception check for me.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Yep. We continue then.
God damn it.
Oh, the blood. Murder.
Is anything helping you tear it to pieces?
Yeah, sure.
No, I'm
got
not going
time.
close to them.
You can
Dustin
cauterize
is not.
the limbs.
I
What,
Yes,
what's
the
wrong with you?
The metal limbs.
Is it not squishy on the inside? Is it squishy on the inside? I thought there was a person in it.
Yes. So
Oh.
Oh.
in your haste to tear it apart with a 6, I'm going to say that when they say take it apart, you literally start stomping on its legs to break them off and kicking it in the crotch and pulling on one of the legs to rip it apart, and you don't really pay that much attention, but
Oh.
there are snapping of bones, there is flesh that gets pulled
Oh.
off. It is quite odd, because it doesn't bleed when you tear it apart.
Oh.
It's almost as if the insides are just completely dried out.
Oh.
I just have to say, if I were the person who's running to space, I will be fucking scared of us.
What?
Argo,
Well,
do you think it
Lunan-
was the armor that was still controlling this thing, or was it the thing inside the armor?
To be fair, I tried to do some necrotic damage to him. It seemed to work, so now my money will be on the thing inside.
Enough. I suppose you could chop off its arms and legs and toss them down into the pit.
I'm already dropping them off.
Man, you really are made for each other.
Mhm.
Should we investigate if anything is magical? Maybe he has something on him.
Do it quickly before I throw this all away.
Lunan is looking at Vargo as he's still doing the nuts.
Mhm.
Yeah, quickly. I take 10 minutes to cast Detect Magic again.
Okay. It is not magical.
Mhm.
If it had magic within it, already kill it. Well, good job. You can throw it now if you feel good at it.
But given that you're all now discussing it, and Lunan, you're sitting there and pointing, whilst it doesn't give off magic, you do notice for certain that it's made up of mismatched limbs and body parts. In fact, Vargo, whilst you've cast Dispel Magic, Detect Magic looking over it, you can actually notice stitching running.
It's the necromancer's monster.
So, some kind of golem, I see. Okay.
Flesh golem.
It might be created from the tons of bodies that we found in that
To be
prison.
fair, I'm pretty
Dustin
sure
has this.
Dungeon.
Dustin does a small sort of like grimace and remembering how sick he was after that.
How did you guys escape from that? It didn't seem to be escaped through that.
Valrus would have explained it in character as well, in case anyone else gets transported there. There were two levers in the nostrils of the big skull thing that was on the wall. He pulled the right one.
Okay.
As
Yep.
in the correct one.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the wrong one.
I think that's valuable information to have. Yeah. So you pull the lever
Yeah.
and you appear right where you.
We appeared at the start of the
The
dungeon.
devil's
basically.
skull at the start, yeah. The devil's skull there, yeah.
Okay.
The
Now
wrong
you left
lever
me
probably like murders you, you know.
Yeah, now you left me wondering what will happen if
But
someone
you will
pulled the other
remember
lever.
what the wrong lever was because you tied a rope around the wrong lever, Valrus.
Exactly. Yes, I was considering pulling them both.
Indeed.
Okay. Valuable information, yeah.
So you're all aware we will be calling it a night in this corridor.
It's so funny how the only thing we have done is go down some stairs, but they have a lot of fun.
You should have seen the last one.
I mean,
Yeah.
the last one was really like it was just role play. There's a lot more role play now that we are confined in space together in this horrid place.
Yes, now's the time to talk.
So there's so much more role play. Like I'm gonna kill you all. I'm gonna do blah blah blah. Yeah. That comes out like. All of us a great attention role play. Jesus Christ.
Oh
Fargo
boy.
was great last week. Fargo was amazing.
Yes. Better than he's ever been so far. Real good job.
Oh, that's rough. That's rude. No, that's.
I mean, it's not that
that's
difficult.
not fair.
No.
You should have heard. You should have heard the accent.
Oh, yeah.
The accent.
Oh no.
It was great.
Steph tried to make a Spanish accent. It was something else.
Awesome.
Now that I can hear you talking.
I mean, let me just say this. Stefan cannot tell the difference between me and Axel sometimes. I don't think that there's anything to be said about
No.
that.
To be
offense.
fair, sometimes I struggle with that as well. Stefan,
yeah.
did you do Mexican instead of Spanish?
No,
Dusted.
I did not do it Mexican.
Oh,
Okay. Good one.
no.
The only thing I said to get into it was like Barcelona, Real Madrid. Okay, now
Yeah, that's the trick. You have to have an anchor.
Yeah,
word.
and saying senor a lot. Senor a lot, yeah. Senor Dusted. Sorry.
No, but
No, not
Also,
even
yeah.
close.
It's quite clear that it wasn't the same without the real Mario.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, unless I
Yeah,
can
it
barely
was-
tell the
it's
difference between
way
us
more.
two when I'm listening to the stream.
Mm.
Even I find that difficult because I'm not used to hearing my voice myself. But when I hear both of our voices, they're very similar.
Between you and me?
Yep.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you listen to the stream.
You should try it. It's really confusing, really. It's I get it because of the avatars that move when we talk.
Yeah.
But
If
you
it
are
wasn't because of that,
not as
it would be
golden
really
retriever as I am.
difficult.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy. Well, guys, had a lot of fun. Is next week on as well? Okay.
Yeah, we've got
Think
two,
so, yeah.
two more weeks, two in a row.
Nice. Awesome.
The 6th and the 13th. And then it's a break for Christmas until like January the 2nd Wednesday of January, maybe.
Yeah.
Enough time to think about new characters. Awesome.
But then next week,
You cut out there, Dusted.
I also, I was saying next week I also know how the Santa thing went, and then we can discuss me recording something for your son.
Oh, nice.
Because I have the first sort of stuff I'm attending on Sunday, so yeah.
I've actually signed up to a Santa app. So, you inspired me to go out and have a look.
Yeah, I know that one, yeah.
Yeah, so
Is that to be Santas for random kids so they have no clue who it is?
No, there is an app where they filmed like all these people in dresses elves and dresses Santa, and you can create an account and put in your child's details, and they got pre-recorded messages.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite good actually. So
Oh,
every couple
I
of
was
days.
thinking you signed up to be a Santa
Oof,
for other kids that don't know you.
oof, no.
But the thing is, I'm almost getting to do that now because I only had one arrangement for work, and now I have like 4 during December.
So
Yeah, and don't remember to come up north to collect all the presents.
Yep.
I'm gonna come up to Sweden and steal all the presents, dressed as Santa. No, obviously not.
You're doing reverse Christmas. I love it.
Reverse Santa, yeah, I'm the Grinch, really. No.
He hears us, all the Swedes, aka the Hoovians, singing our happy songs, and you can't have that. He has to go over
No.
over the water to make
Over
those Swedes
Storbelt.
be quiet.
Over Storbelt. I cannot stand you singing across the Baltic Sea, so I have to put a stop to it.
up across the Sund.
Yeah.
Well, guys.
So he
time to sleep.
drove across Storbelt. Yeah. Sleep well. And thank you so much for the session and the t-shirts.
Good
They are
session.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, really nice. Thank you.
Very good.
Very
Thank you,
good. Yeah.
Stefan. And see you all guys next week.
See you all
Yeah.
next week.
See you next week.
guys,
The next
thank you
week?
very much.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, have a good evening and a week. I'm
Same.
glad you all like the t-shirts. That's good. That
Yeah,
means
yeah.
my next
Mhm.
surprise will be even better.
I won't mind.
Oh,
Oh yeah, Margot, we
I
need
want to
yours.
know what Vargo's
away.
gonna get.
Yep.
Me too. Me too. Anyways, bye guys.
Good
Right.
night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, but I'm still willing to do it for you if you need it. You just tell me what you want me to say, and we can do some test of it.
Thank you for the offer. That's good. I'm not hanging
Yeah.
around for too long. I want to just double check.
Neither am I. I just wanted to say it while we were here. And I mean, I've done Christmas calls before. No, not Christmas calls, but other calls on Skype as well, where I call the person that I'm talking to. So I can also do that if you prefer.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna send you a quick mess. No, I'm not gonna send you what Vargo's t-shirt is.
No, let it be a surprise. I'm gonna look forward to it.
I had to double check to make sure that it was up to scratch. That it was.
Oh, but I know it is. I have full confidence in you on that. You have never let us down. So no, not even for a second I will believe that you haven't done it perfectly. No.
I think he'll enjoy his. I think I actually went
I'm
for
sure.
red as well. That's weird.
Mhm.